Hi friends, it's Victor Costa, Peace, Love, and Muscles. Today we're going to be talking about IIFYM, if it fits in your macros. People ask me all the time, Vic, is IIFYM a good thing? Now, the basic understanding of IIFYM means if a particular food fits within the macro components of how you break down your food, meaning your carbs, proteins, and fats, it would be quote unquote okay to eat. So that's what the understanding is. If a particular food fits into your macro components of how you've broken down your diet, it would be okay to have. But I want to share with you how I understand nutrition, and maybe at the end of this, I'll figure out a good way to tell you about how I feel about IIFYM. I think of nutrition as a pyramid, with the basic rudiments of the pyramid, or kindergarten through sixth grade, let's call it, understanding is calories, right? The basic understanding of nutrition is calories, and calories is energy. And how much of that do you need to sustain you? How many calories do I need to be Victor? If I need 2,000 calories a day to be Victor, then I have to eat 2,000 calories per day. And that's the basic understanding of nutrition. Now, a lot of people, when they're calculating their calories, or how many calories they need to be them to sustain their BMR, their basal metabolic rate, they often forget to include the activity that they're doing. So instead, for me, I wouldn't put into a calculator male, 5'9", 175 pounds, and just leave it at that. I would have to account for the activity and the calorie expenditure that I'm doing when I'm doing the activities that I do. So if you're cross-country skiing, if you're biking, if you're swimming, if you're bodybuilding, if you're running, whatever, make sure that you include that calculation in your understanding of how many calories you need to be you. Okay, so that's kindergarten through sixth grade. Seventh grade through ninth grade, junior high school, which I didn't particularly like, is the macros, right? Carbs, proteins, and fats. And working through that, you figure out what's good for you. I happen to like 55% carbs for me, 30% protein, and 15% fat. That for me works. Sometimes I go a little bit higher with the protein and a little bit lower with the fat, and I toggle between those percentage points. But for the most part, I eat a higher carbohydrate diet, 55 carbs, 30% protein, 15% fat, and that works for me. The carbohydrates that I stick with are low glycemic carbohydrates, and you can Google what those are later on. But that's the second understanding, or second layer of the pyramid, if you will. And then you've got your macros. The macros call it high school, right? Ninth grade through 12th grade. It's a deeper understanding of the nutritional components, or the essence of the food, the vitamins and minerals of the food that you're eating. So what is the essence, or what are the micronutrient components of those carbs, proteins, and fats? And that's how I kind of understand it as a pyramid. And then as we move up higher, then you start to talk about getting more granular with this. You want to make sure that your macros are covered, that you have all the essential micronutrients you need, and you want to make sure that the foods that you're eating are nutrient dense. And I'm going to get to the IIFYM in a second. But also, higher up on the pyramid is the source of food. Is it organic, or is it high quality food, right? Because we want to make sure that that the foods that we're having are high quality foods. So in addition to having the right calories, the right macro breakdown, the carbs, proteins, fats, we want to make sure that that food is nutrient dense, and we also want to make sure that that it's high quality food and comes from a high quality source. And you can get more and more granular with this. Foods that agree with you, foods that don't. You can start to get really, really specific as you come to the top of the pyramid. So let's go back to the IIFYM, if it fits in your macros. But what I've noticed is most people are approaching it as IIFYM if it fits in your mouth, because there are many foods that can fit into that macro. But as I explained, that's only one component of nutrition. What if I told you, and I'm going to be a little bit, joking around here, but what if I told you that a dog biscuit could fit in the macro component of your carbohydrates? Would it be the right food for you? Absolutely not. So I want to make sure that you understand that even though it could fit in your macros, even though it could fit in that carbs, proteins, and fat boxes, if you will, we want to make sure that the food is nutrient dense, that it has high quality micros in order to be worthy to fit into your macro components. So I'm not all for the IIFYM if it fits in your macros, because I want to know what the quality of the food is. What is the essence of the food that is going to go into my macros? I'm more concerned, really, guys, about the micros, the essence of food. And then I would work my way back, because there are a basic micronutrients that the Institute of Medicine, National Academy of Science, Food and Nutrition Board agrees that we should be having. As a matter of fact, that's in my nutrition program that you can click in the description portion of this video, and you can check it out. It's in there, it'll be in there, and it will help you understand what those agreed upon values are. And so that's how I look at this. I look at the IIFYM doesn't really work because it has to be more than that. It has to be, the food has to be substantive. It just can't fit into a macro box. What are the micro essence? What is the essence of that food that you're going to put into your micro box, which, by the way, ultimately goes into your mouth and becomes you and manifests as you and manifests as your performance and shows up everywhere in your hair, your skin, your nails, the brightness of your eyes, the skin tone, your performance, and how you even to the extent of how you think and how you sleep. So what you take into your body is very, very important. So I wouldn't just, I would say the IIFYM is just a little bit too broad for me. I would say that a lot of people are approaching it as if it fits in your mouth. But remember, you want to make sure if it's going into that macro box that it's a high quality food, you've paid attention to the essence of that food, and it's worthy of you putting into your mouth and building your physique and building your body overall. That's real bodybuilding. Most people say to me, hey Vic, how much is the food component of it and how much is the lifting part of it? It's all food, because food is what keeps you alive. It's what keeps you healthy. It's what keeps you energized. Bodybuilding and all of the activities that we do are recreational. They're good for the body, but we want to be healthy people, because healthy people are able to do more things. They're able to have better performance. The body is more malleable. It's more amenable to doing what you want when you have the proper nutritional profile and you're healthy as a result. Health first. A healthy body heals, a healthy body grows, a healthy body responds, a healthy body loses weight. So let's focus on that first. And that's my long-winded answer to if it fits in your macros. Love you guys. Peace, love, and muscles. Take care. Bye.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. In the description portion of the video, you'll find a link to my nutrition and meal planning program. I think you'll love it. Please check it out. All the best. Bye-bye.